Are you serious? Are you serious? Guys, there's a major issue taking place in Europe. Angela Merkel has decided not to retire this year. She was going to retire. But the European Union is going through a restructuring. There's something going on. The Yellow Vest protesters in France have certainly sent a clear message to Emmanuel Macron that the high taxation, the high immigration has brought about tremendous frustration. The manifestation of the onslaught of immigrants into their country that doesn't have enough housing the way it was, or had high unemployment before this even started, has now become a major issue. Same thing in Germany. Angela Merkel opened the floodgates. It has brought about a lot of hostility and frustration within Germany. And now we see guys like Italy who are rising up. Salvini, who is standing alongside President Trump and the nationalist movement, where what that means is this, folks. It's not racist. It means you stand with your country. Make sure you can build your country's economy. Well, in the European Union, you have all these 28 different nations operating off the same currency, but they all have a different set of rules on how each governs their own nation. Yet the currency is supposed to be floating along equally among the nations. It doesn't work, and I've said this many times. But this is the globalization. This was the beast system, and it's having a hard time. It's losing its footing. Somebody's going to rise up among that European Union. Somebody who's with a strong hand will rise up and reorganize the European Union because right now the EU is tattered and scattered and shattered. Now, here's the story with Merkel. The CDU's abysmal showing in the last week's European Union parliamentary election last week marks the party's worst result ever in a national election. And apparently the loss of the CDU position as the largest party in the European Union bloc, the largest legislative body, was the last straw for Chancellor Angela Merkel, who reportedly regrets her decision to step aside as the party leader last year, a decision she made clear the way for her chosen successor. But according to media reports, Merkel is so frustrated with the situation and the series of missteps in the European Union and the CDU party leaders that the chancellor's decided to withdraw her political support, throwing her well-laid succession plans into disarray. Merkel's determination now is to not give up the job of being Chancellor of Germany, but to continue to be the leader until the end of her term in 2021. She was going to retire this year. Now she wants to stay on past the elections in America. And she's trying to see if she can hang in there and hope that Trump loses the election in 2020. That's what she wants, because the globalization movement, which was birthed out of the United Nations and has certainly taken over the European Union, was supposed to take over America as well, which then leads it into a global one world governmental body. That's what is coming. And according to the Bible, that's what will come. President Trump, I think his election certainly pushed back the hands of time, probably 20 years, and it give Israel a chance to get Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, fulfilling biblical prophecy in Psalms 48. Also, then moving the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem. Now nine other countries have announced they're following suit. Looks like 3 more are getting ready to. But this is also, though, set the Iranians on edge, and they seem to be getting more and more aggressive, posturing with their pursuit of destroying Islam by attacking Saudi Arabia and then going after Israel. So it's kind of raised a new awareness everywhere. I believe it's a temporary situation that eventually changes. And of course, biblical prophecy will be fulfilled. We're witnessing it. That's what you're witnessing right now. So keep an eye on these things. But Merkel's going to stay. In Italy, though, President Salvini wins the majority and says, welcome to a new Europe has been born, a new Europe, according to Salvini and the French party leader Le Pen, who also won big, pushing back Emmanuel Macron of France. This was not elections of who's going to be in charge of those countries. These were these different party leaders within the European Union who set the rules for all the countries, superseding the countries. So when you have a European Union that can supersede the governments of each individual country, what you have is chaos. You have a beast. And that's what President Trump is trying his best to prevent ever happening to the United States. He never wants America to fall under the authority of the European Union. More importantly, never to fall under the authority of the United Nations, which is ultimately, which would control the world with what's called international law and a different set of, look, we lose our country, okay? So the Europeans know what that's like. That's why you see the yellow vest protesters starting to spread throughout all of the nations of Europe. And that's why the vote last week in Europe by the people was, we would rather disembowel the European Union and create our own small national nations. That's what the people want. But the beast, folks, according to the Bible, won't give it to them. They won't give it to them. England still hasn't Brexited. They won't give it to them. The beast will rise back up. A new leader will rise among the European Union. Look for a strong man to really rise up. Take it back and build that beast kingdom in Revelation 13. You're witnessing the rebound. You're getting ready to see the rebound and the rise of the beast. Give your life to Jesus Christ. He's coming soon, folks. Wow. He's coming soon. Are you saved? Are you serious?